My name is Kiranjit and I welcome you all to dtantric.com's educational videos. Earlier, we had discussed what are the differences between a product and a service and how they are differentiated. What are the items that falls into the category of a product and what are the items that falls into categories of services. So companies exist for selling these products or services to the customers who require these items. We had earlier seen why the customers would be having requirements and what is a necessity for companies to fulfill these necessities. In this video, we are discussing about yet another keywords which is very important as far as marketing is concerned. It is called as need and a want. Earlier, we had discussed that in a given market, individuals or people would be having different necessities and requirements that has to be fulfilled for them to enjoy a lifestyle that is more comfortable. So companies identify these requirements and design and orient their products in order to fulfill the needs and necessities that are identified within the customer's base. In this video, we are discussing a further extension of that same concept. We are discussing about needs and wants. So basically, need or a want is something what we had earlier discussed as a requirement. Any customer who is having a requirement that is to be fulfilled by the company is called as need and want. There is a minor difference between why we call certain categories of need requirements as needs and the rest of it as a want. Basically, we know that marketing is the idea of exchange of items that is being seen as a value to each other. Company has a product or a service that is seen or perceived as a value to the customer. We also know that customer possesses financial or any other benefit that the company is requiring. So basically, marketing concept depends and revolves over the core idea of exchange of materials or exchange of value between two parties. It can be a financial value or it can be value that is been perceived as important to the customer. In subsequent videos, we will see what is value, how values can be created by the companies, and what is the importance of value creation as far as the company is concerned. Today, we are discussing about a need and a want. Needs are basically the requirements that the customer have. It can be defined as a specific desire for a customer to possess any item or a thing that the company is selling in order to fulfill a defined category of his requirement. For example, these needs can be the basic necessities that a person requires to enjoy in his life. Needs are of different categories. These can be functional needs, these can be emotional needs, and there are wide variety of needs. Depending upon the lifestyle and the personality of the individual, the needs vary from person to person. Depending upon the situation or the environment in which the market in which the customer lives, the needs have different specification. The needs have different variations in them. So basically, need is a specific desire for any product or a service that is being sold by the company. Needs are basic level necessities that an customer possesses. On the other hand, wants are something more of explicit nature. So wants are these category of requirements which are not basic necessities, but the customer would enjoy or desire to have the product or service or experience the product or service and enjoy its benefits. It is not a basic requirement, rather it is seen as a or perceived as a luxurious requirement which is beyond the basic necessities. So when you compare both need and want within the pyramid of a hierarchy of needs, we find that needs fall into basic level. So there are various classification as far as needs are concerned. The first type is called as stated needs. These are needs which the customer or the person is able to explicitly express himself through words or through actions, that this is the desire or this is the aspect of the product or service that the person is looking to buy or sees value in purchasing the product. Those needs which can be explicitly stated or explicitly emoted are defined as stated needs. Unstated needs are those needs which the customer does not express it directly or does not, as the word suggests, does not state the requirement of the need. The company cannot expect the customer to express the need for this. These are unstated as far as the products are concerned. It is beneficial for the company if the product includes few of the unstated needs whenever the customer is about to purchase the product. Having additional unstated needs as qualities or benefits for the product pushes the purchase or pushes the closure towards the sale. Another category of needs are called as delight needs. These are needs which the person or the customer is not able to express it clearly, such that the company is able to convert the need into an product or service. But rather, these are some aspects of the product that the customer is not able to express, or these are certain aspects or about the product or service that the customer would be delighted to have or happy to have, but is not able to express it directly to the company. Finally, we have something called as secret needs. As the word suggests, these are category of needs where the customer feels embarrassed or is not open towards mentioning the company about what the need is, or if they have the requirement for the needs. These are needs that are kept close to the person or customer. The customer feels reluctant to openly ask the company for the fulfillment of this requirement. Such requirements are called as secret needs. So in this video, we have seen what is the difference between need and a want. Basically, needs are those category of requirements that the customer possesses, which are the basic necessities for the customer. Satisfies the basic requirements of the customer. It depends upon the customer's lifestyle and the market in which the customer lives. Whereas on the other hand, wants are those requirements which the customer would perceive as a luxury rather than a basic need. We have also seen the various differences between and the category of needs in this video. Thus, we know that success for a company lies in understanding the requirement that exists within the customer, even if the need or want is not disclosed or not expressed openly to the company. The company needs to identify what the desires or the requirements of the customers are, what is the possibility of that product the company designs would be sold to the customer within the given market. There are possibilities that untapped or unexplored desires within the customer exist, which gives an open possibility for the company to design a completely new product with different specifications. In today's market, we see a lot of companies, including IT giants, collecting a lot of information, data about their customers. It is all an mechanism or a tool to understand the customers better and to define the needs and requirements or wants that the customers are having. In understanding the customers' requirements and needs, the companies are able to realign the strategy and project the company's performance towards the fulfillment of those needs. In the process and undergoing research for this purpose, companies are able to identify the untapped areas or unexplored areas that are not being seen by the competitors. It is also important that the customers do not disclose areas of privacy matters, areas of concerns, which leads to disclosure of information which may intrude into the privacy aspects of the customer. We have seen that recently there is a lot of data being transferred about the customer's profile and the interest that the customer possesses between the companies. most of the companies associate themselves to another company which is providing a product of a different category, but it is linked to their existing product. For example, we all know about the privacy settings that exist in our mobile gadgets or devices that we use for surfing the internet. We also know that there is a lot of data transfer which happens between during the process of we using the mobiles. So data collected is basically to identify what are the customer's interest or what is the interest that the person is having. It is based on these interests that the advertisements are targeted. Companies are able to identify that the person is having a particular desire for a service or a particular desire for a product. Often you would have noticed that you recently searched and suddenly you start receiving advertisements regarding the same product. So companies, what has happened in this situation is the company that had identified that you as a customer have the need for a particular category of product and you are about to make a purchase on that particular product. Automatically, the data that has been sent to the company is used in identifying that you are a prospective customer for the company. The company starts to start sending marketing campaigns targeted specifically towards you and your inborn desires and wants. So companies are basically identifying the needs and wants that the customers possess and are trying to capture those innate market in the process. Thus, we have understood with an example how needs and wants are specifically are potent tool for a company to target its products and services towards the customer in a given market. Thank you for watching this video.